It's 18-4 losers today. Jason Mackey, you were there. Ben Cherington said some interesting things, which his team did not back up on the field. Tell us about that, what he said, and does it match up with what's going on?
In a way, and I thought there was a better way for Ben to say what he said. Basically said he was encouraged by stuff that was happening. And he's talking about processes, how they make lineups, how they, do some things like the inside of baseball. Is now the time to say it? Absolutely not. Did the team do him any favors for saying what he said? Absolutely not. It looked ridiculous. And getting crushed 18-4, I think the fan base is justifiably upset.
Run this past me again. Exactly
I know
what he said. All right. Just kind of get a ballpark close here.
It's really, I believe it's really encouraging or something to that effect.
Like how they prepare for games.
Yes.
That's like me saying, I'm really encouraged how my kids get ready for school and eat breakfast and get on the bus, and then they're bad at school every day. I'm worried about what happens with the meat and the juice.
It's a result business.
Well, but let's remember,
listen, it's just not the time to say I'm encouraged by anything.
It's also year 3. We're not year 1 anymore, not year 2 anymore. It's year 3. I don't need to see wins and losses and whatever, but
development is part of the winning process.
And you're not seeing development because a lot of their best players, or their top-end prospects in the minor leagues are not here.
I took that as more of an endorsement of the way Shelton and Oscar Marin and the staff is actually preparing the team. I think that Ben knows that he's got like three or four major leaguers on his roster, and then 21 guys who happen to can say they were in the majors one day.
Yeah, but
I think he knows that. So he's talking about the way that Shelton is the way that I took it is the way that Derek's managing the game. Are they making changes at the right time? But I mean, when you're trying to pick between Josh Van Meter and Diego Castillo,
they lost
what
19,
are we talking about
They
here?
gave up 19 runs today.
Right, and I'm not saying that's wrong, Will. I'm just saying that's like now is not the time to say that.
And
if you do say it,
18-4 today, what would we be saying?
But they didn't. They didn't.
Yeah,
and they never do.
All right, one other thing. We saw Yadier Molina and Josh Van Meter pitch. Jason, there's got to be a better way to end games that are 18-0 in the 7th inning.
Yeah, just end them. Just end them in the 7th inning. That's the better way to end them. I don't have any desire to see this. I mean, I don't know who would, based on who was at the ballpark today. I would just cut the game off. A run rule is fine. I said maybe play a minimum of 5 or 6 innings so people have that opportunity to drink and hang out. I don't know, but I have no desire to see what I saw at the end of today's game.
I coach 2 different baseball teams. My in-house team, my 11-12 team, my kid was on. We got 10 run on Thursday. I knew I couldn't pitch my good players because we had a tournament this weekend, and I was like grateful when it was over. And so were the parents, by the way. Shout out to my kid, 5 1/3 gritty innings this weekend. I'm proud of you, Colin.
Yeah, what was he doing at the end? He could have pitched for the Pirates today. This comes back to ownership. I hate the conversation. Everybody in Pittsburgh hates the conversation. Nobody wants to keep perpetually having it. You're lying to yourself if you don't think it's about ownership. It's simply about ownership. Spend more money. They had a year to spend more money after the 3 winning years, and I saw John frickin' Neese pitching for the Pirates. Sorry.
I agree with that. And the other thing is that my fear here for spending money, if Brian Hayes turns out not to be what they think he is, you may never see another contract like that offered to anyone.
Yeah.
I'm serious.
But that's the irony. That by major league standards, his contract is not that a lot of money to a lot of teams, right? But because of the Pirates, what's attached to it, he has to be like Devin Bush. Wow. He has to be something that
I wish we had more time to talk about his problems. We will in a future show because he's struggling right now. I know he's hitting over 300, but you got to produce some numbers in terms of power numbers, in terms of RBIs, and they're just not getting it.